There's going to be a surge of ICE enforcement efforts. He knows that people will see those efforts and then want to speak out. People, good, decent people, will be heartbroken to see their neighbors being snatched off the streets and stuffed into unmarked.
He wants to enforce the law and keep criminal, illegal aliens from coming into our communities. Oh, gosh. I'm not going to stop beating this topic. If you think that I'm beating a dead horse, my friend, you are not right. You're wrong. I am trying to help people live. I am doing what other people should be doing, especially in the Black community. We should call out racism when we see it, even when it's someone Black being racist. Now, you just can't call out racism when it's someone white or some other ethnicity. It doesn't work like that because racism goes both ways. Whites can choose to be racist, and so can Blacks. Hispanics can be racist. I've seen it. I mean, look at the caste system in India. If I were in India, I'm a little bit too brown, to be prestigious in India. But if I was more light-skinned, I'll be in the uppity up class of that culture. So get that point. Racism is not a skin tone or a color. It's sin. And I have to call out the racism of Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton. She's a racist. She's upset because President Trump wants to send the National Guard to Chicago to keep Negroes, Black people, safe and to quell the crimes that are taking place there. But she doesn't like that. And no, she's not wearing blackface here. This is a real minority. This is a real Black person. If you were to wipe her face, it would not come off. She's Black, but she's mad because a white man wants to send the National Guard to Chicago. Now, some of the people who serve in the National Guard are Black. But even if President Trump were to send Black faces to Chicago to help enforce the laws, she would still be upset. Why? Because a white man is involved, a white Republican at that, Donald Trump. So therefore, if Trump supports it, we have to be against it, even if it's going to better the plight of Black people. Now, this is insane. For my viewers out there, you're saying to yourselves, now, Pastor John, thank you for saying this. This is what we want to hear. Well, hey, don't thank me. I'm doing this with a broken heart. I'm brokenhearted. Really, I am. Because this is detestable. Blacks are dying in many of these urban cities at an alarming rate. It's sad. While Black faces have made their way into positions of power and influence, they've got their 40 acres and a mule, I guess. They are now in prestigious roles with prestigious titles. Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, Mayor Brandon Johnson. I mean, he's in a prestigious position, Mayor Brandon Johnson and Juliana Stratton, they are living high on the hog because they have made it in politics and they are in significant roles. But I found out something a long time ago. There is something that matters more than being like color. It's being like-minded. More so, we want to have the mind of Christ and to be balanced. But this woman right here, she lacks balance. Take a look at this.
This is not about public safety, and this is not about making our residents safer. what Donald Trump wants to happen is he wants to manufacture a crisis. He's going to, as we just talked about, there's going to be a surge of ICE enforcement efforts. He knows that people will see those efforts and then want to speak out. People, good, decent people, will be heartbroken to see their neighbors being snatched off the streets and stuffed into unmarked cars. He wants to inflame tension.
He wants to inflame. Oh gosh, President Trump wants to inflame people. Oh, he wants to inflame people. He wants to enforce the law and keep criminal, illegal aliens from coming into our communities. Oh gosh, we don't want this to happen because loved ones are going to be impacted. And we would much rather support crime and be against our own Constitution than enforce laws that will keep all American citizens safe. I mean, this is about the safety of American citizens and keeping crime down and criminal illegal aliens from bringing fentanyl into our communities. And let's not forget that this whole replacement theory is almost a fact today. And the last people who should be celebrating criminal illegal aliens coming into Chicago should be blacks. Instead, she's celebrating this when they're coming in and taking resources that would otherwise go to other minorities who are citizens. But instead, we've got this stuff messed up. I mean, take a look at this.
He can cause some sort of crisis that he can say that he's coming to the rescue. And what we know is that we are going to follow the law here in Illinois. We are going to do everything we can to protect our residents.
Hold it right there.
We're not.
You're going to follow what? Did she say the law? The law? How can you say you're going to follow the law in the same context of talking about keeping criminal illegal aliens in the U.S.? How can you? I mean, this is oxymoronic. I mean, is air getting to her, is oxygen getting to her brain? You just said that you didn't want to enforce the law by working against ICE. Now you're saying you want to enforce the law. How does that work? I mean, the audacity of these leftists. Watch.
Going to allow this president who wants to manufacture a crisis, to, quite frankly, make the military presence on American soil something that people normalize. We are going to speak out. We are going to be prepared to do everything we can to protect the residents of our state.
How about being prepared to do your job? How about being prepared to make sure that every single Labor Day is not a bloodbath in Chicago? How about that? Now, President Trump is going to send the National Guard to Chicago, and it's going to be a showdown. I can't wait. Get your popcorn, get your Mountain Dew. Now, y'all don't give me a hard time for my Mountain Dew. I don't smoke marijuana. I don't do cocaine like Stephen Furtick. I don't do fentanyl. I don't do marijuana. I don't drink alcohol, none of that stuff. But every now and then, I do the dew. It's Mountain Dew. It's diet. So every now and then I do this, and I know what people are going to tell me, Pastor John, all that stuff. All right, man, I'm not perfect, okay? In case you haven't figured that out. But back to this episode, enough of Mountain Dew. This woman right here, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton. I mean, she's talking about, yeah, they're going to enforce the laws and blah, 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 blah. But there's a lot of mayhem that takes place every holiday weekend in Chicago. And even when it's not a holiday, people are getting bang, 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 bang. It's like a Western movie in Chicago. If you don't believe me, I want to show you this next clip. Take a look at this.
Last Labor Day weekend, 26 people were shot in Chicago, 5 killed. This year, more than 50 people shot and 7 killed.
There it is. So what was she saying? Did she say manufacture? Did I hear that the right way? Brothers and sisters out there, did she say manufacture? How do you manufacture 54 people getting shot last weekend? How do you manufacture that? How do you tell that to families who are having to bury kids, to sons and daughters who have to bury fathers and or mothers? How do you say manufacture to them with a straight face? I mean, come on, Juliana Stratton. You're making yourself out to be a DEI hire. You have better sense than that. You say that you want to enforce the law, but then you're against ICE. You say that the crime is being manufactured into a crisis. But 54 people were shot over this past weekend. And you know, it just gets worse. I'll give you these details right here. It was actually a total of 8 people killed over this long weekend. And 58 to 59 people were capped. Bang, bang. 32 to 37 separate shooting incidents. That is a lot of violence. I'm surprised they're not talking about gun violence, because if you talk about gun violence, then you have to acknowledge that crime is taking place and crime is running rampant. So I guess they won't talk about gun violence right now. They'll just say it's fake, and they'll disregard the 8 funerals that are gonna have to take place within the next, 1 to 2 to 3 weeks. They're gonna ignore that. But I'll tell you who we should be talking to in Chicago. We need to talk to these funeral homes. They know the murder and the mayhem that takes place. They are directly involved in what is happening. They're the ones who get the phone calls, be it 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning. And they have to go pick up the body. It's sad, man. It's a travesty. And Governor J.B. Pritzker, I call him Mr. Hamburger Helper. He's always helping himself to another hamburger. He hasn't met a hamburger that he did not like. This guy here sent the National Guard in when it favored his political party. They were on standby. They had the support that they needed. But now, when it's time to protect Black people who by and large vote and support his political party, but we're working on changing that trend. Oh, JB just gets brand new. Take a look at this right here, Mr. Hamburger Helper himself. And you see why I call him Hamburger Helper. You know why. I don't have to explain that to you. Watch.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker confirmed today that he's called up about 250 members of the Illinois National Guard to be on standby during the convention. Many of them already here at Chicago Police Headquarters.
Okay,
we have 13,000 National Guard in the state of Illinois, and very proud of those National Guardsmen, and we do call them up when we really need them.
Do not come to Chicago.
Oh, okay.
You are neither wanted here nor needed here.
Okay. Okay. So you can speak glowingly of the National Guard when it's time to protect the DNC, where they aborted babies. I mean, that did happen. Google it. You don't have to believe everything I say. Fact check me, okay? Yeah, they were aborting babies at the DNC last year. But now when it's time to send the National Guard in to rectify real problems, oh no, we can't do that. And so Pritzker is the one that's manufacturing things. He's the one making harsh attacks on President Trump. Okay, yeah, Juliana Stratton speaks with a more calm voice and tone, but yet and still, her belief system is deleterious towards blacks as well. And so Chicago needs a lot of help. Every time they have a holiday, someone is destined to die. In 2024, for Labor Day weekend, 25 people got capped. This time they said, you know what? In the midst of trying to reject the National Guard and the racist Donald Trump, you know, because he has to be a racist because he wants to help us black people, right? Yeah, so this year there's over, there's a 100% increase. It doubles. Over 50 plus people get capped. But you want to tell me that this is being made up and conjured up, that it's manufactured? No, this is a real crisis. And everyone who loves their fellow man, be it black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Pacific Islander, Indian, you name it, Native American, others, yeah, we should be standing up for justice and seeking to bring the National Guard in to protect everyone. Let me know what you think below, my friends, in the comment section. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I weak or am I strong? God bless you, my friends, and God bless America. Take care.